Hi, welcome back. A warm welcome to you. I'm very excited to start triangles, where we'll learn about the properties of triangles, the types of triangles, and the theorems on triangles, and we'll be covering up to CBSE 10th grade, whatever the triangles topics are covered. Okay? Right. So let's start with triangle. What's a triangle? As the name suggests, tri, three angles. It will have three angles, or you actually angles is nothing but generally look like corners. So it has three corners. See, something like this. Three corners. That's why it's called as triangle. Now how the triangles are formed? Triangles are formed. These are angles of triangle. Okay, we'll come back to that figure. Triangles are formed whenever lines intersect with each other. Okay, suppose let us say there are three lines. This is one line, and this is one line, and this is another line, right? Three lines intersect with each other. They say this is L, this is M, and which one is left out? This one, this is N. If these three lines are intersect with each other, right, then they are forming a closed curve, right? What is the meaning of a closed curve? If I start at a point and I come back, then it is called as closed curve. All of these are closed curves, right? Are you with me? Okay. Oops. Okay, right. Let's go back. Now, if you look at this, whatever the curve formed, right? As I said, that curve we call it as a triangle. So, this is my triangle. Let us take this out and put it here. Okay. Now let us see what are its properties. A triangle will have three vertices. We call two sides intersecting point as vertex. We have seen that in the video in lines and angles. I am just repeating that. These three are called vertex. And a triangle will have, as the name suggests, three angles. Okay. And also it will have three sides. It will have three sides. So the angles are generally given by angle A, angle B, angle C. Unless you have extension of any one of these sides, then you have to be very specific and you have to use the denotion whatever we have learned in the previous class, right? In lines and angles chapters, right? Okay. And the sides are given by AB, BC, CA. You can use this if you want, or you can, in some textbooks I see, they directly give the side AB, BC, CA. So a triangle is a closed curve of three sides, three vertices, and have three angles. That immediately remembers as what? That the angles of a triangle, sum of them is equal to 180 degrees. You remember that? Remember that we did that as part of one problem in lines and angles, right? Okay. Then let's see the type of triangles. Okay. We learned what is a triangle, right? Let us see what are the types of triangles. We can classify the triangles according to the length of the sides, according to the length of sides or angle between the sides or angles at the vertices. So let's go here, sides length. We know that there are three sides, right? Now suppose those sides are not equal to each other, then we call it as scalene triangle, something like this, where you see these sides A, B, C. What are the sides from here? A, B, B, C, C, A. They are not equal to each other. A, B is not equal to B, C, not equal to C, A. Then this triangle is called as Skeleton triangle. Let me write it here. It's called as Skeleton triangle. Okay, right. Now suppose why? Okay, let's see all the combinations. Right, three of them are not equal. Suppose two of them are equal, something like this. Then this triangle, then this triangle. One minute. Then suppose two of the sides are equal. Then this triangle. What is the meaning? Suppose two sides are equal. We mean if this is A, this is B, and this is C, AB is equal to AC. Okay. And this triangle is known as isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Okay. Are you with me? Bear with me, I have a little bit of cold. I'm trying to. Okay, fine. Now let us see another type of triangle. We have seen no sides are equal, two sides are equal. Suppose all the three sides are equal. Interesting, right? Triangles are very fun to learn. Okay, right. Now suppose there are three sides and all of them are equal. Then you see why I am keeping a line. It says that they are equal. Okay. For angles also we will denote them. Okay, right. Okay. Now suppose this is A, this is B, C. Now AB is equal to AC is equal to BC. All the sides of the lengths are equal. Then this triangle is known as equilateral triangle. Equi means equal, lateral means sides. Equal sides, right? Equilateral triangle. These are the triangles you have with respect to the length. Now let's move ahead and see with respect to the angles what we have. Okay, I'll erase this. And utilize. No, I'll erase this completely. One minute. Okay. Now let's go by check by angles, right? Let us see with respect to angles how I can classify the triangles. Okay. So the first one and the foremost important one generally is right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle. What is the meaning of a right angle triangle is one angle of a triangle is 90 degrees. Then it is known as right angle triangle. Because it has one right angle in it, it's called right angle triangle. And this part side opposite to the 90 degrees angle, opposite to this vertex B is called as hypotenuse. Okay, we can look into that in detail. Okay, don't need to worry much about it. I don't want to push so much on the first day. Okay, right. Okay, that's about right angle. Now what are the other triangles? Suppose all the angles are less than 90 degrees. All the angles are less than 90 degrees. All the three angles, that is A, B, C. Here what we said, angle B is equal to 90 degrees. Here angle A is less than 90, angle B is less than 90, that means it's between 0 to 90, right? If you have three angles in the triangle, then this triangle is known as acute triangle. What is this triangle? Acute triangle. This angle is known as acute triangle, right? Now there is acute, we know there is also obtuse angle. So how to do that? Let us see how to draw the obtuse triangle. Suppose you have one side making an angle more than 90 degrees, then that triangle is known as obtuse triangle. A, this is A, this is B, this is C. Angle B is greater than 90 degrees. Then this triangle is known as obtuse triangle. Okay, so these are the types of triangles. Anything else left? Yes, if all the angles are equal. I think I need to erase it, right? I'll erase this part. If all the angles are equal, that means this and this and this, right? We generally denote by same, right, symbol, saying that all the angles are equal. What is the meaning of that? Angle A is equal to angle B is equal to angle C. Then this triangle is known as equiangular triangle. Okay, right. Can you now tell me how this is related to equilateral triangle? How this is related to equilateral triangle? Yes, you are right. All equiangular triangles are equilateral triangles. All equiangular triangles are equilateral triangles. One more. What is the angle in this triangle? What is the angle of each each vertex in this particular triangle, known as equiangular triangles, right? We know the total sum of the angles is 180 degrees, and also each angle here is equal. That means angle A is equal to angle B equal to angle C, and angle A plus B plus C is equal to this is equal to 180 degrees, and this is equal to this, so that gives me this as, yes, you are right, perfect, it is equal to 60 degrees, 60 degrees, 60 degrees. These are the types of triangles we can classify them into. Okay, now let's move ahead and see what are the properties of triangles, right? Okay, okay. One property we have seen, that sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. And I forgot to explain you one term which is very important, that is known as altitude. Altitude is nothing but the perpendicular drawn from the vertex to the base. Okay. Now when I say base, right? See, the triangle can be in any shape. It can be in this. I mean, shape means orientation. What I mean is the triangle can be like this, or the triangle can be like this, right? You can see the difference. It's the same triangle. It's the same triangle. It can be in right. But when you do problems, you don't want to do them inclined, right? You want to feel comfortable with the triangle. That's why what you do, one side you keep it as horizontal. That horizontal side is known as base. I can keep AB as base, AC as base, or BC as base. It depends upon your requirement. Okay, whatever you want base, you can keep them. But isosceles triangle, you know that two sides are equal. Two sides are equal in isosceles triangle, right? We generally keep the a side which is not equal, that is this side as the base, right? And I will now tell you one interesting thing. I have told you that these two sides are equal in isosceles triangle. These angles are also equal. These angles are also equal. We will learn how it is, okay? And also we learned equiangular is equilateral, so these sides are also equal. Now remember this, we are going to do some problems on this. First property is sum of all the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees, and all these angles, by the way, are known as internal angles. Okay, you know exterior angle, right? We have discussed exterior angle is nothing but if you take a side and extend it, this side extend it, then the angle the extended side is making with the adjacent side of this particular side. That means the extension of BC is making angle with AC. This is known as exterior triangle. And how we refer it? Suppose this is D, we refer it as angle ACD. You remember that, right? How we denote angles? Fine, we'll come back to that. And also remember isosceles triangle, the sides are equal and also the angles are equal. Now to tell you formally, in an isosceles triangle, two sides of out of the three sides are congruent or equal. And the next point is the angles opposite to the equal sides are congruent. Congruent means equal to each other. Okay, right? Congruency means the same shape and size. Okay, with respect to this, it is equal. When we refer to triangles or quadrilaterals and tell that they are congruent, we mean that they have the same shape and size. Okay, now let us do some problems on this. Fine. I'll give you some problems. Okay, let us try to solve them. Simple problems, just to try to check how we understood the concept, nothing else. No Greek, no Latin, right? As I said earlier, I am a common man. I know only little bit, so I'll ask you also very little bit. Don't need to worry about it. Okay. Okay. Now these are my triangles. I'll put it in different color maybe, so that they're not coinciding. Oh, these three triangles are there. Okay. This is one triangle. This part, ignore this part. Okay. You don't want to ignore it, I'll erase it for you. This piece is spoiling the piece. Right, okay. I did it for you. another triangle, this is another triangle. Now I am going to ask you some questions. What is this triangle? Can you look at the shape of the triangle and tell me what is this triangle? You are thinking? No, right? You got whatever I said. Yes, you are perfectly right. It is a right angle triangle because this angle makes 90 degrees and opposite side is known as hypotenuse. Okay, right. Now I have a problem for you that this angle is 30 degrees. Find out the angle C. Find angle C. That is your first problem. Let us see what is your second problem. This is an isosceles triangle, okay, and this angle is equal to 65. Find angle A and angle C. This is your second problem. And third problem is very easy one, right? No, I'll make it easy for you. So this side is 15 inches or centimeters, units I will say, right? It's universe, 15 units. Now what is AB and BC? How much? Okay, right? Okay, you want to solve them? Pause the video, take your time and solve them and come back. Okay, we are at elementary level of triangles, right? So we are like at 6th grade now, or 7th grade, or maybe 5th grade, I don't know. Okay, but we'll slowly reach to 10th class. We need to have a, always remember, our foundation should be very neat and strong, right? So that once you understand the concept, it becomes very easy to understand the next level concepts. That's why I spend some time on this. Okay, right. Now let's go back and see what are the answers for this. See here, in this triangle, we know that sum of the angles of triangle is 180 degrees. A is 30 and B is 90 plus C I don't know, but it is equal to 180. Now it is simple math. 120 plus C is equal to 180. That gives me C equal to 60 degrees. Okay, right. Just 1 minute. Now see here. We have been told what is this triangle? We found this is right angle triangle, right? Super. This is right angle triangle. Now what is this triangle? This is isosceles triangle. I'm very bad at spellings, okay? You have to pardon me that forever, not one time. I can't ask you how many times. Okay. Angle B is 65 degrees and this is the isosceles triangle, right? So you know this angle is nothing but equal to this angle. So angle C is 65 degrees and what is angle A? That is nothing but this angle, right? So I know 65 plus 65 plus A is equal to 180. If you simplify them, 130 plus A is equal to 180. That gives me A equal to 50 degrees, right? That's one problem. Now let's move to the last problem and I'll close this video with it. We'll continue with some more problems in the next video. See here, we have A, B, C. And what is this triangle, by the way? What is this triangle? Equiangular triangle, right? Because I said all the angles are equal. That is what I mean by giving like this, right? Now you got it? Equiangular triangle. And we know all equiangular triangles are equilateral also, right? You know that? So the side will be equal to 15 and 15. So let's recap what we have learned before closing this particular session. Triangles are nothing but Closed curves of three sides, it's a polygon. Anything of three or more than three sides is known as polygon. It's closed curve because if you start at a point, you go through that, you can come back again to that point. That's why it's called as closed curve. Okay, even though it's a join of straight lines, we call it as a closed curve. Okay, right. It has three vertices, three sides, and three angles. The sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Types of triangles according to length are three sides are not equal to each other, it's a scalene triangle. Two sides are equal, then it is isosceles. Three sides are equal, then it is a equilateral. And if the angles of a triangle are less than 90 degrees, all of them, it's a acute triangle. If one angle is 90 degrees, it's a right angle triangle. Or if one angle is more than 90 degrees, then that triangle is called as obtuse triangle. Then whatever we have understood, same thing we try to check with the small simple examples. So in this triangle we have a right angle, and here we have checked with one isosceles and one equilateral. Also remember, all equiangle triangles are equilateral triangles. Okay. Before moving, closing this, one important point. If I start from A, I walk around and come back to A, this is known as perimeter. You are already aware of that, right? And if in this space inside A, B, C sides, right, whatever this space is there, if I fill it with 1 by 1 square units, a square of 1 by 1 unit, right? Square of 1 by 1 unit. How many I will fill? That is nothing but known as area. You know area, right? You take 1 by 1 square units and just fill them all. You want to check the area? The simplest way is draw the diagram on the graph and see how many squares you are filling 1 by 1 units. Approximately that will give you the area. We will also find out formulas as we are slowly going into the next level topics. We will understand what is base, what is height, how to calculate the area, what is the formula for perimeter, and all that stuff. I'll leave you here. Next video we will do some more examples, but a little bit complex for the same properties whatever we have learned through. Then we'll go through the theorems. It's going to be more interesting. Okay, please don't forget to join me. Okay, thank you. Bye for now.